Yo, what's up guys? My name is Cretato and today we are going to talk about everything you need to know about heritage weapons. So first things first, what is a heritage weapon? It is a weapon that you get from the end of your tutorial quest line, somewhere around level 5 or something. You get to leave your tutorial intro area and they reward you with a weapon. Now, the purpose of this weapon is to level with you as long as you rank it up. You have to rank it up. Now, why you want to do that is because the higher the rank, the more damage it does. And it's also meant, at least the current speculation right now in the general Order and Chaos community, is that it's meant to be the best weapon in the game by the time you fully finish upgrading it. Now, it's going to take you a long time to finish upgrading it because the materials are just so far and in between that you're just not going to be able to finish doing this very quickly. It's going to be a process. And it's hard to do because you have a limitation of dream fragments, and dream fragments are what is needed, it's what's used to run solo dungeons. And in these solo dungeons, you can see that if you click this chest to the left of the play button, you can see what drops, and depending on what your weapon needs to upgrade, any material from Invincium Excellent to going to Invincium Normal or Invincium Splintered, you're going to need a ton of these materials. So it will take you a while. Or the other thing you could do is spend a bunch of money and buy a bunch of gems and raise your hero level. And I think in certain hero brackets or tiers, you can raise your dream fragment limit. So you can go that route if you want to as well. Alright, so the next thing that we need to talk about is how do you get another heritage weapon? So I emailed Gameloft about this and they confirmed that the only way to get the other kinds of heritage weapons, like the mage guns, the pistols, or well, whatever other stuff that's freaking that we can't get right now, you have to get it through the lottery. And you get it by going to, where is it? This glowing chest that seems to be taunting me right now. And it is under the superior and legendary chest. Click the icons and you can see that you can win the pistols. There's the sword and shield, the gauntlets for monks, so on and so forth. You cannot get any of these weapons in any other way. You have to pay 20 runes or 180 runes to have a chance of getting your heritage weapon. The other ones at least. The third thing is how to upgrade your weapon and why should you upgrade it. Well, I already went over why you should upgrade it because the higher the rank, the more damage it does. So if you go into your heritage weapon page, I'll go there right now. You can see that I'm under the tier 2 staff. There's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, so on and so forth. The tier 2 stuff are all called Starfire, I believe. So I'm at max rank right here, but if you just got this staff, you start off at 1 out of 5 stars, and it takes a bunch of weapons that you need to use to feed your heritage weapon. So you can notice that there's an experience bar below. It's 4,773 out of 5,059 experience. So for example, I have a spare level 34 epic rifle, and if I drag it over and I pretend I'm going to feed it, it's going to give me 2,448 experience. Obviously I don't need to do that because I only need 300 more experience to level it. So I'm just going to put that back before I have a bad time, before I regret this decision. Other means of upgrading or getting experience for your weapon. You can go into your crafting, which is in this, it's in crafting. Okay, so you go to crafting and you go to your last bar and you scroll over, you slide to the right. You're gonna see the red oxides, normals, piers, and crystals. And you can see that I have enough materials to craft the red oxide normal right now. And it costs a ton to craft this stuff. I can craft it and use it to feed the heritage weapon and to add 160 experience. So that's one way to do it. Honestly, my honest opinion, you don't need to do this. You'll run into so much weapons, like spare weapons to feed your heritage weapon. for the free experience, it's not worth doing this. I would just rather vendor all this crap. Like, they're just crap. Now, back to the heritage weapon at max rank for each tier. So let me go back to mine. Okay, so the legendary Starfire spell staff. As soon as I finish leveling that, well, I guess I should just feed it to show you guys. I don't want to though. Okay, I guess I'll do it. Level that bad boy into, okay, there it is. So when you hit max rank and then max experience for your heritage weapon, you are required a bunch of different materials than you're used to. So for me, tier 2, I need to collect 30 Invincium Splintered. And I need to find a legendary epic weapon, which you get from world bosses. I'll cover that in a bit. So this is hard to do because, as I mentioned earlier, it's really, really difficult trying to collect materials because you're limited from mostly getting them in solo dungeons and by your dream fragments, only to have a chance of getting the materials that you actually need. Okay, so the last thing that we need to go over are the legendary weapons. They are required for upgrading your heritage weapons at each max rank. So you can buy the legendary weapons from a vendor in Coromir. Let me just port through real fast so that you could see Coromir, and it will be at the docks. The vendor will be at the docks. This is kind of common knowledge, but I'll just go through it real fast in case that you guys don't know the location. Alright, so we arrived to the vendor that sells the legendary weapons for divine essences. I'm going to show you the map real fast to show you where that vendor is. It is, well, you know, I can't zoom in. Well, that kind of sucks. But this is the vendor. You talk to her and you can trade in divine essences to get your legendary component. I rather call them components because you won't be using these for long. You'll just be using them to upgrade your heritage weapon. Alright, so you can see that it costs divine essences. How do you get divine essences? When you hit 7 days of playing this game and you go here and you go to your Nyx calendar and you click claim, on day 7 you get 2 free divine essences. Or you can run world bosses and have a chance of getting a divine essence. I say don't bother doing that at all. Right now, for the purpose of upgrading your heritage weapon, you do not need divine essences. I think the best thing to do is to attend world bosses, and they spawn throughout the day. There's like 8 of them within a day. So if you can attend them and have a chance of a free legendary weapon drop, then that's the best thing to do in my opinion. Now, I won't go over the world boss timers and locations in this video, only because I feel that there's enough information out there right now. Go ahead and check out those videos or read those guides, or if you would like me to cover the world bosses, then I can do that for like another video. But for now, I think I have talked just enough. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you thought this information was useful. Till then, thank you guys so much, take care, and I'll see you guys soon.